we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has. But really, it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Matt Araiza now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a hit, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. This is Reese on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working.
And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Carter providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Broncos sit 9-4 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throws right back to London, complete again. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Check right. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will have a Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again.
Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Pitts again. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons!
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. And take it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, Trout forced out to his left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Right, 97.
2nd and 9 now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Steps away to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Reese. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Open man here is Conklin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it.
Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 13-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's out quickly to London. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Ready.
Second and 4. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down. Trout. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hubbard, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the second quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the fourth, you can't come away with nothing.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Off the play fake. Trout. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Falcons are going to take possession. There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That's caught by Pitts. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for it. It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the Rias.